7:30, 7:40.
Cool, good. So you'll be here for the first part. All right, let's say it together and see who else scraggles in.
Scraggles.
Is that even a word?
No.
Scraggles? I just invented the word.
Yes. It makes sense.
To me. All right, let's say it together. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. All right, Jimmy, come do your thing.
Which one?
The good one.
I have a lot of
Not
things.
the break dancing.
Not the break
If
dancing?
I did dance, it would be break dancing. I'd break something.
No. I do the repair dancing.
The repair dance.
Other people break things, I repair them. And the principles are on the bottom of the page. I'll say the number and then we'll read the principle together. Number 1. If God is against it, so am I. Number 2. Every sin has its origin in our hearts. Number 3. It is easier to keep the heart clean than it is to clean it after it has been defiled. Number 4. We cannot fight a fleshly appetite by indulging in it. Number 5. Small compromises lead to great disasters. Number 6. Those who do not love the Lord cannot help you serve the Lord. Number 7. Our sinful habits do hurt those who are following us. Number 8. It is not possible to fight a fleshly temptation with fleshly weapons. Number 9. We lose our freedom to choose when we give in to temptation. And number 10. God balances guilt with blame. Accept the blame, and God will remove the guilt.
Here's Mikey. All right. I'm going to make sure I get plenty of coffee. You know how
Do you have a lot to say?
I have a lot to say,
To say it really
and I'm going to
fast.
say it really fast. All right. This week we're studying, remember we're going through the fruits of the Spirit. And again, that's the main thrust of RU, the fruits of the Spirit. And tonight we're talking about goodness or kindness. Okay? And that's the subject for the whole week. And if you notice lately, for some reason, I'm not reading through the lesson part of it. But you can read through that. For some reason, I kind of like some of these outlines a little bit. I'll probably get back to them later. I'll read through the lesson. I say, yeah, that's good, but I love this outline better. And so that's why I'm doing the outline. And have you noticed also, we have it on the computer now. We're getting fancy. We're going to try to get a little high tech around here now. Thanks to Mike Gray, our, what would you be, IT guy now? The RUIT guy. How's that? He has a new title. Those of you who are good into titles.
Does it pay good?
It pays just as much as he gets
100%
paid.
more.
Yes. There.
Does he deserve one?
Yes, he does. This is going to... No, that's not one.
Oh, that's not it.
That's not it.
Oops,
People always say, well, you get rewards in heaven. And that's great and everything, don't get me wrong. But, you know, it's good to get cash every once in a while, too. All right. What does the Bible say about being kind or being good? And we're basically talking the difference between being mean and being good. My uncle was a nice guy, really nice guy. Well, I shouldn't say was, he's still alive. But he was a nice guy. And everyone liked being around him until he drank. He was a mean drunk. Have you ever seen those kind of people, a mean drunk? He never would touch my aunt. He never yelled at her, never raised his voice. But he would drink and he'd beat her, beat his kids. I spent the night with him one night. He came back drunk, and I saw it myself. Scared me to death. I forget how old I was, 7, 8 years old. Never seen anything like that before in my life. Just a mean drunk. Addicts become mean people. Survival kicks in. And when a person believes they're in survival mode, then it doesn't matter how they treat people, it doesn't matter what they say, their actions do not matter. And so they become mean because you're in my way of getting my fix or my drink. And so when you want to get better through this, and that's where we're going through the fruits of the Spirit, and we talk about the transforming of your mind, a new way to think, you have to be taught sometimes the opposite. And today we're teaching you how to be good and what the Bible has to say about that. I wish I had written those verses out, but I just wrote them down. The first thing the Bible has to say about being good or being kind: do to others what you want done to you. We call that the golden rule. Lots of people have heard about that, right? Yeah. Now, most people's golden rule is, I will do to you as you do to me. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. But that's not what the Bible says, does it? Some motto will be, I will do good for me, and who cares about you? That's definitely not what the Bible says. Then there's also the philosophy, I'll do whatever I want to do that makes me happy as long as I don't hurt anybody. That's not the Bible either. Somebody say, what does it matter if I drink too much? I'm not hurting anyone. What does it matter if I use heroin or crack, or I'm not hurting anybody but myself? And the problem is you are. The Bible says a good person, a kind person, looks at people and says, how would I want to be treated? That's how I'll treat them. What would I want from somebody right now? Sometimes I found myself saying, I want people to just understand. So if I want people just to understand where I am and what predicament I am, the Bible says, guess what? That's how I have to be with people. Understanding. You know, sometimes I want people to be merciful. Show me some mercy. If that's what I want from people, what does the Bible say I have to do? Show mercy. Show mercy. I want people to forgive me. I want people to forgive me. And because I want them to forgive me, what does the Bible say I have to do? Forgive others. Forgive others. And so it is a golden rule. It's a rule of thumb. Good people treat people the way they want to be treated. I don't know what's going on out there. And so the first step, and if you can't do this step, the rest of them do not help. It does not help. Make this a rule of your life. Make this your main goal in life. Practice this. I'm going to treat others how I want to be treated. And that includes your boss, the the wife, the husband, the children. It's amazing how we treat people that we love. I'm going to give you something that's really important, okay? Don't take people that you love for granted. And don't assume they're going to take everything from you. If you take people for granted and you assume that they're going to take all your garbage, you're going to be unhappy when they're gone. You think you can yell and scream at them and take all your frustrations out on them every day for years and years and years? You're going to lose them. Same thing with children. If you take your frustrations out on your children, you take your disappointments out on your children, day after day for years, you'll lose them. You'll lose them. Parents have to treat children the way they want to be treated. And if you want children to respect you, guess what you have to do to your children? Respect them. Everyone deserves to be respected. And there's one thing I can give everyone, is respect. Doesn't mean I always agree. Doesn't mean there aren't consequences to things. But I can respect you as a person. And so even adults and moms and dads and husbands and wives need to treat each other how they want to be treated. And if you can make that your main purpose, you're going to be a lot happier in life. And people are going to look at you and say, there goes a good person. A good person. It gets difficult, though, when we feel like the person doesn't deserve being treated well. They don't deserve my goodness. And trust me, there's some out there that don't. They don't deserve it. God gives us an answer to that too. He goes, you only have to love people. You only have to love them like I love you. How much does God love me? Anybody got an answer? Always. Loved me so much, He took His Son to die for me. Now that's love. I love Sean Patrick, and I try to love people. And if it came, and I'm sorry people, but if it came to one of you to save or Sean Patrick, I'm sorry about you. But that's not God. God always loves me. Now, what if I mess up? What if I sin? What if I even blaspheme God? Does He still love me? The answer is yes. What if I don't deserve His love? Does He still love me? The answer is what? Yes. He may not be happy with me, but He still loves me. So, should I love people that don't deserve my love? Yes. Am I to do good to people, even though they don't deserve me being good to them? And the answer is yes. Here's another key, okay? I gave you one key. One important, I probably want to get through the first point. I didn't drink enough coffee. I'm not talking fast enough. God gave us an answer how to overcome evil. Did you know that? Everything you need to know is in the Bible. He gave us an answer how to overcome evil. What is it? With good. How do we overcome the evil in this world? By doing good. How do I overcome the evil that somebody might want to be putting on to me? With good. Jesus went as far as says Feed your enemies.